Things were worse than ever in Banana Republic, a somber island of country. While anarchists roamed the streets, corruption was running deeper, and economic crisis, rising crime rates. Bearing these burdens were judges to make things right with honesty. Hey everybody, it's me, XDad here. We are continuing on. This is week 14. I don't even know how many weeks this game is. It seems like to be a lot of laws that we haven't even looked at or actually had to judge somebody on. But let's go ahead and get into this. We will pet the cat. All right. Do our normal pet the cat. There might have been some weeks where I missed it, but tried to make it a thing anyway. Anyway, we are... No, hold on. This is week 14. Yeah, week 14. Got some new cases. Now, we're going to go ahead and try to bribe the police again because we got tons of money. Luckily, the family hasn't asked for anything. But last time it keeps saying, no, I can't do that. Let's try to request a... I know someone's perfect for this job. Okay, so we have to wait 2 weeks in order to do this? Okay, cool deal. So that should be down to 0. Now we need to offer a bribe. Now, since you've really received the service, okay. Well, we're going to do the bribery next, but we're back down to 0. Although this right here could be like, oh, we're going to get assassinated anyway. Thomas Daniel and George Reese. Don't forget these names. If these people are punished for their crimes they are tried for, you will have to walk around looking at that blank for the rest of your life. Huh? Think of these guys as the center of the city. If the city center disappears, the city also disappears. If the city is destroyed, you will be destroyed too, Judge. Okay, so here's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing these are part of the anarchists on our little island. And there's a corrupt government, but I'm here to clean it up. So will they just let me do my job and stop trying to blow stuff up and stuff? We had a couple cases like that. Just let me do my job. I'm here to clean it up, and I have been. I've not been corrupt and then just paying off the police, even though I just did, but that's just so I don't get assassinated, you know. I'm trying to make the right decision. Even the ones that I got wrong was still correct. Just, you know, I didn't execute them. I didn't execute your friends, you know. But anyway, we'll see what these guys are up to. Maybe these will. That sentence right there just didn't make any sense if you see it, you know. After all, looking at that for the rest of my life. Looking at what? I don't understand what they're talking about. Anyway. That's right. They want them. Okay, so they want these guys released. Sounds like. Let's see what they're. Ooh. Okay, so these guys are some mafia guys. Looks like maybe these aren't anarchists. Okay, I thought maybe they're anarchists the way they were saying they're center of the city. Okay, so let's find out. Mr. George Reese and Thomas Daniel. They're both criminal records. Everything else is the same. Okay. Charges: human trafficking, prostitution activities, organizing. Okay. In recent weeks, a person named Lisa Margaret went to the police forces and claimed that individuals, Mr. Reese and Mr. Daniel, were forcing her into a lot of work she did not want. Thereupon, police followed the individuals named George Reese and Thomas Daniel, who were thought to organize the ring. The police, in agreement with Lisa Margaret, placed the voice recorders on the person. Ooh. It has been determined that the gang secretly smuggles women from the foreign countries by land and sea intermittently. During simultaneous operations, person names George Reese and Thomas Daniel were caught and detained. I wanted to go abroad because there were not enough job opportunities in my own country. While doing research, I met people named Thomas Daniel and George Reese on the internet. They introduced themselves to me as businessmen, and they said they would help me with passports and visas to enter the Banana Republic. They said that they would also help with finding a job after entering the country. I thought I should take advantage of this opportunity. Okay, that makes sense. They demanded $10,000. Well, see, there's your problem right there. They're offering you a job, but they're demanding $10,000 from you. They demanded $10,000 from me for the transactions, and I paid. Afterwards, we came to Banana Republic on a boat with many people whose nationalities I did not know. Here's another red flag. Immediately afterwards, they called me to a hotel room. When I went, they told me about a few businessmen. The job was about serving drinks to these men and spending time with them. Shortly after accepting the job, I realized that this was actually some things for money. I said I didn't want to do the job, and they also threatened me, saying that they would file a complaint against me because I entered the country illegally. Well, she didn't know. Good for her for coming forward. I mean, she did enter illegally, but I mean, it didn't sound like she knew. I didn't know why you arrested. Okay, this is Mr. Reese. I don't know why you arrested and questioned me. I'm not guilty of anything. What you say is just ridiculous gossip. We run an institution that has a certain reputation abroad and provides language training. Okay. We provide job opportunities in Banana Republic for affordable wages to people who achieve 95% success in our institution's training. I have nothing to do with organizing the ring of which I am accused or trafficking in women. Thomas Daniel. You can't ask me to tell you anything. I know my rights and I don't have to explain anything. I do a very respectable job. I do not accept the accusations. I find them disgusting and want to speak before the judiciary. You are in front of the judiciary, buddy. I hate to tell you, Mr. Daniel. Alright, I am the judiciary. Let's go and see what evidence then we got. Let's go ahead and see what evidence we got. I mean, that pretty much doesn't have a choice. Gonna go that way. Well, that's not gonna work. It's gonna have to be like that. We might have to go back and forth here. We might have to go straight down and then back up. Boom. Alright. And there's also voice recording, supposedly. I mean, fake passports and IDs found in the hometown of jewelry operate. Alright, there's your fake passports. Why are they fake if it's such a reputable business? Let's hear it. George, I've got it covered. This is the money I earned today. Okay. Tomorrow, a different person will come at the same time and in the same hotel. Be nice to our customer this time. He is a very rich person. Okay, that doesn't mean nothing. No, I don't want to do blank anymore. Okay. Let's see if he says it. What? When things are going so well? Absolutely not. Yes, Thomas is right. You can't leave it in this situation. If you leave, you'll rot in prison. Okay, so they're both innocent. I was like, wait a second. Maybe one of them might actually be innocent, but they were all both together. So, and she blatantly said she didn't want to. Many fake passports seized during the operations carried at your home. What do you say about this? We would give these passports as gifts to our students who are successful in the language course. The reason for this is to increase their motive. That's illegal. And what was the reason for the conversation on the wire? Also motivational, right, Your Honor? Those conversations are fake. The conversations you're referring to are not mine. You said in your statement that you will only speak in front of the judiciary. I'm listening to what you have to say. There's only one thing I can say, is that I'm innocent. I don't know what George Reese was involved in, but I'm a businessman doing business within legal boundaries. Mr. Daniel, you're the one who specifically said no. Anyway, you're both guilty. Let's go ahead and check their ages real quick. 33, 43. Okay, so you're not the 50 plus. Let's go and see the charges. This one took a little longer than our week 1 cases sometimes, but it's all right. All right. I might need a pen to write some of this stuff down. Got my pen right here, just in case. All right. Human trafficking, organizing. You both have criminal records. Okay, so it's the same for both of you. Human trafficking, organizing. Alright, so let's find the human trafficking. Alright, So that is 12. You get aggravated. And let's go to, that's 12. And let's go to organized crimes, I believe. All right. So you each are getting 32 years and a half a mil. Wow. All right. 32 years, half a mil. Boom. Mr. Reese. I thought it might be interesting. One of you were not guilty, but unfortunately, you are going to jail for 32 years. And you owe the state half a mil. All right. And you, sir, the exact same. The decision has been made. I find them both guilty. I mean, that would have been even with the fake passport stuff, it would have been, that would have definitely been enough for the trafficking part, but then the organizing the ring might have not been guilty of that one. But since we got them on tape, we already know. All right, put the cat. Let's go to case 2. Economic crisis incoming. As a result of the depression caused by the economic crisis, people took to the streets. The government, on the other hand, targeted the mafia as responsible for these protests and said that it organized people. Good have. Good have. Getting stuff out there. All right, what's going on here? All right, let's see what this is about. Looks like a litigation case, 1 verse 3. A 3v1. The issue of Jack Bauman's inheritance not being shared among family members. Okay. So they're all the defendants, and the plaintiff is a lawyer of Jack Bauman, Jaden Haywood. All right, Mr. Haywood, you are the lawyer, and this is about Jack Bauman's inheritance left by. All right, after Jack Bauman's death, his 3 daughters inherited assets worth $81 million. Wow. Before his death, he informed his lawyer that he would distribute his assets in his will. Okay, obviously. While preparing his will, he died of a heart attack before completing it. Thereupon, lawyer Jaden Haywood decided to take the matter to court. Okay, so Mr. Haywood brought it to court because as he was working on the will, he died before he got it finished. Okay. That's a tough one. Check the evidence. I, Jack Bauman, I give away all my wealth to my most beautiful daughter. All wealth to the most beautiful daughter. Well, he passed away and didn't see the rest of it. All right, let's hear it. All right, to Lily. Who do you think your father was referring to? My father always loved me as my beautiful. He definitely means me. All right, Casey. Who do you think your father was referring to? I participated in the beauty contest. My father emphasizes this. And Abby. Who do you think your father was referring to? My name means beautiful. Because my father knew this, he wrote this in this way in his will. Alright, this one's going to be a little quicker. The father, why would he give it all to, it could be deadbeats for all I know. But I'm guessing there's no other evidence. It just says, Jack Bauman, I give away all my wealth to my most beautiful daughter, had a heart attack. Well, maybe meant to put an S there. Because they're not going to put the most beautiful daughter ... Maybe he's saying daughters. Why would he just man? I don't know. Maybe he's eccentric, millionaire or something. I don't know. Anyway, Let's see what the options are. I'm pretty sure we're just going to split it between all of them. All right. The Harringtons was given Lily, the Harringtons give to Casey, the Harringtons give to Abby, the Harringtons will be divided meekly among the three sisters. Y'all be perfectly fine. I mean, it's plenty of money for each of you. Man, I swear. Y'all getting what, like 27 mil? Something like that. 26, 27, some change. Anyway, well, let's go ahead and pet the cat. All right, let's go ahead and do this last case. I've been trying to keep these all around like 20 minutes or something. I think there might have been a 30-minute somewhere in there, but I don't know. Some of these cases. All right, 5 and 10. Why did I go up to 5? I thought it was at 0, right? Oh, so here's what I think. Assassination could be when I do the opposite of what these letters says. And the arresting is me getting it wrong, think I'm correct. All right, if you do not find Max Freud guilty of the charges for which he is tried, his acquittal will be your end. Understand what we say thoroughly and make a careful decision. Okay, so they want this guy found guilty. But let's see what we're dealing with here. Max Fraud, inciting hatred and hostility among the public. Okay, so this is what that news article is about. Max Fraud has been criticizing the current government on his social media accounts for the last 2 months. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Posts shared from these accounts contain both misleading data and incorrect information. Well, that's the problem with the internet, isn't it, everybody? People from the public who believe in him tend to be anarchists. Okay. And tend to be anarchists, took to the streets, demonstrated without permission. I was leaving the shadow, but I guess it won't matter. Demonstrated without permission and committed illegal actions collectively in some regions. During these illegal actions, the slogans of the demonstrators, "Resign the government" and "Long live Max Freud," were recorded. As a result of these events, the person named Max Freud was taken into custody. I did not commit any crime. I simply exercised my right to freedom of expression in our country and pointed out the aspects of the government that I did not like. I would expect statesmen to take these statements of mine as constructive criticism, not as threats. In conclusion, you can judge me for criticizing, but you cannot interfere with people's freedom of expression. And I agree with that. So let's see what the state has brought me to. So let's see what the state has brought me. All right, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. We're just going to start it off. Let's do that. And that. There it is. See what the state brought me. Post made by the individual on social media. Isn't it time to put a stop to this happening? Now is the time to show the power of the people. Okay, that's fine. Let's gather for action tomorrow and show them who's boss. Okay, now you're making a call to action. That's a little different. We are gathering for action tomorrow. But it still's not. Oh, here we go. Time to protest. That's your problem right there. If you see where my little hand's at, that's the problem. He posted the tag revolution. Now that could be considered crimes against he's not being charged for crimes against the state or the government. But when you start talking inciting hatred and hostility among the public. But when he might be guilty of that because of that one little hashtag. Because I think he's right to speak his mind, how he feels. Let's see. Do you see if I was responsible for illegal demonstrations actions carried out by the public? Your Honor, I'm not responsible for these actions. The government itself is responsible for the economic crisis. It is claimed that you are a senior manager of the Mafia, an illegal organization. Is there anything you want to say about this subject? Your Honor, these statements are nothing more than a smear campaign to discredit me. I'm inclined to believe them because this person's threatened me saying you need to find him guilty of the charges. I think that's freedom of expression. I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure he's innocent. Yeah, he's just asking a question. Now it's time to show our power to the people. Let's gather for action tomorrow and show them who's boss. And it says time to protest. See, depends on how you're reading it. You know, people can take it different ways, but you know, he put the tag. It says time to protest. So he's just talking about protesting. And down here, we're gathering for action tomorrow. Protest revolution. That's revolution might be the problem here, buddy. Let's see what his crimes are. "14 years in jail." And my guess is he would get 7 because he's over 50. So he would get 7. Man, see, this is I wish I was like live streaming so I could ask you all. Still tell me what you think in the comments, you know. Oh man, the problem is all it is that one little hashtag, which came from him. You know, if someone else had like reposted his thing and then added that in or something like that, that's not on him. But it came from him. You know, protesting, all that, perfectly fine. Bring some awareness and attention, get everybody on board. But when you call for a revolution, you know, over it just can't be violent. I mean, revolution's fine, but it just, you know, but they're always end up violent. So I'm apt to just let him go. That one word really makes it tough. So what do we do? 7 years in jail for a hashtag seems very excessive. What do we do? What if the game is trying to trick me and be like, yeah, he is guilty, but you only give him half? Well, and if the mafia is trying to take over the government so they're in control, but that thing said they want him guilty, but that could have came from the ministry maybe. Maybe a mafia's already got some pull amongst our government and, you know, they want to keep the status quo. He's calling for action and he says revolution. But all it is a stupid little hashtag. It's the idiots who did it that should be in this court, not that guy. Oh man, this is a tough one. 7 years or let him go. Did he actually incite hatred? Like, what's their damages? Like, I need this other information that they're not giving me. I mean, I guess it really comes down to, did he incite hatred or not? So I guess it doesn't matter what the damages were. Whether it's a couch burning, which I'm hoping is going to happen today. I'm just checking over there real quick. Or oh wow. All right, we're going to give it to him. We'll give him 7 years. Because that note came in, it makes me want to do the opposite and let him go. And I think I would let him go. What? Good grief. I think I would let him go. But he did say revolution. Everyone knows what that means. You don't misconstrue that. He's 63 years old. He knows exactly what that means. And he's getting half sentence. We'll see if that bar changed. All right, we'll take 2,800. You know. So we're getting 2,300 loose cash to use on whatever. We've got like what, 78. It's kind of hard to see that my face is in the way as I'm recording this. Sometimes I do a whole separate recording and then I match them, but this is all together when I'm able to do computer games. So here we go. Thank you for being here, everybody. Please like and subscribe. We'll have more coming. We will have more coming. So let's go ahead and see. Of course, the wife wants something. All right, sweetheart, what would you like? New average weekly household cost. We'll go up $1,500. But we are getting $2,300 now. So, I mean, we only would get 400 extra bucks a week. Family says they don't get along with the neighbors and want to move to a new house. If you move to a new house, weekly household expense will be $2,000. The next week's payment will be at the new price. You know what? We're going to accept this. We didn't give her the car. I think we did take her on vacation. I can't remember. But we had that guy come to the door that one time and knocking on our door late at night, so they know where we live. So let's go ahead and dip out. We're going to go ahead and go to a new location. We got over 10,000. Next week, it's going to be, we're only going to be gaining a little bit compared to what we were. We're jumping it up 1,500 bucks. But, we were pulling 2,300. So, we'll still get 800. And it seems like it's $750 for a special guard and all. So, anyway, thanks for being here, everybody. If video's out, it'll be over that direction. That way. Anyway, thanks, everybody. Have a great one.